Caitlin Clark is breaking television records again. She is breaking her own television records again.
Caitlin Clark's impact on women's basketball has been nothing short of revolutionary. Her jaw-dropping performances and fearless style of play have captured the attention of fans, analysts, and NBA legends alike. As Clark continues to make waves in the WNBA, her influence extends far beyond the court, reshaping the narrative of women's basketball and inspiring a new generation of players.
I know a lot of people have been hating on Caitlin.
This is what happens to a rookie.
Yeah.
This is what happens to a rookie. This is what happens to the marquee player.
The buzz surrounding Clark has been so significant that it has drawn comments from some of the greatest names in basketball history. Among these legends, Michael Jordan's recent statement stands out as particularly impactful. Jordan, widely regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, broke his silence on Clark with words that have sent shockwaves through the basketball community. According to reports, Jordan said, "The WNBA owes Caitlin a great deal for what she's done for the game." This powerful endorsement from the six-time NBA champion and five-time MVP underscores the transformative impact Clark has had on women's basketball in a short period.
But Cowan, who couldn't finish, behind the back again for Clark, give her another assist, and a chance for a three-point play for Smith.
In transition. Woo! And a little spin on the finish.
Jordan didn't stop there. He called for a complete overhaul in officiating, emphasizing that the referees have been blatantly unfair to Clark and that it's time for the league to address this issue. Jordan's words resonate powerfully, suggesting that the WNBA must not only acknowledge Clark's impact, but also ensure she receives the respect she deserves, both from her peers and from the officials on the court. The significance of Jordan's comments cannot be overstated. It's rare for the basketball icon to weigh in on current players, especially those in the WNBA. His decision to speak out in support of Clark indicates the level of impact she's having on the sport as a whole.
I idolized WNBA players growing up, and now that I'm here in this moment and I get to do the same exact thing, like, how lucky am I? Didn't know how exactly fan support would translate from the college level to the WNBA, like, especially getting drafted here to the Fever. Like, Indiana is just such a basketball state. Like, I really couldn't picture a better place for myself to start my career.
Caitlin Clark, one of the things we knew would translate is her ability to hit the deep three-point shot. We've seen that already here early in her rookie year, and also the get-ahead passes, which...
Clark's journey to this point has been remarkable. In her rookie season with the Indiana Fever, she broke records for most points and assists by a rookie in WNBA history. She earned multiple Eastern Conference Player of the Week honors and was named Rookie of the Year. Her final 2024 season statistics were impressive: 1,004 receiving yards, 11 touchdowns, and 74 receptions. However, Clark's path hasn't been without challenges. She faced a hamstring injury earlier in the season that sidelined her for 3 games and most of a fourth. When she returned in Week 12, she needed 665 yards over the final 7 games to reach the 1,000-yard mark. Despite this setback, Clark rose to the challenge, averaging nearly 100 yards per game down the stretch. But wait, there is more. The drama surrounding Clark's pursuit of records and milestones has added to her legend. In a crucial game against the New Orleans Saints, with just seconds remaining and her team holding an 8-point lead, the Fever made the bold decision to run one more play instead of taking a knee. This decision was made to help Clark secure a $3 million bonus for reaching 1,000 yards on the season. The risk paid off, with Clark making a 9-yard reception to hit the mark. Clark's impact extends beyond her on-court performance. She has become a role model for countless young girls who strive to emulate her fearless play style and sharp basketball IQ. Her ability to elevate those around her with her vision and unselfishness has drawn comparisons to NBA legends like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Other NBA greats have also taken notice of Clark's talents. Allen Iverson, known for his electrifying style of play, praised Clark's aggressive approach to the game. He said, "Man, shoot the blood out of the ball, you know what I mean? I never seen anything like it. And then just how aggressive she is, you know, and not just scoring in basketball, getting her teammates involved as well. I think she's so great for the game." Let's see what Allen Iverson said about Caitlin Clark.
Man, shoot the blood out of the ball. You know what I mean? Like, I never seen anything like it. You know what I mean? And then just how aggressive she is, you know, and not just scoring in basketball, getting her teammates involved as well. I think she's so great for the game. You know what I mean? It was a pleasure watching her, and I just think down the road, she's going to only get better.
Charles Barkley, an NBA legend and prominent media personality, has expressed admiration for how Clark handles herself both on and off the court. He noted her improved play as the season progressed, saying, "The thing I love about her, she never says a word. And now when I watch her, two things I like. She's playing much faster. She was playing too slow the first half of the season." Let's see what Charles Barkley said about Caitlin Clark.
And the thing I love about her, she never says a word. And now when I watch her, two things I like. She's playing much faster, much faster. She was playing too slow the first half of the season.
From the
first of
college
all,
season.
they didn't even give her the understanding, like, you girls been worded for the WNBA season. Y'all been working out on the nose. She came straight out of college.
Initially skeptical, Shaq's perspective changed dramatically watching Clark play. "I was a hater because, you know, she was like, she not gonna hit that shot, and bam, like damn," O'Neal admitted on Angel Reese's podcast. He said, "Why you think people love Caitlin Clark? Besides her skills, she can shoot threes from logo. We never seen that before. She's doing stuff we've never seen before. Never seen nobody do that on a consistent basis." Shaq drew direct parallels to Stephen Curry's impact. "That's my point. It's like Steph Curry. I've never seen a guy consistently come down and do stuff that people never seen before."
Why you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit in Mahmoud Abdul-Roh, but I've never seen a guy consistently come down. And if you look at, like, if you saw Steph on the street, he ain't got the LeBron muscles. He's not 6'9", he's 6'10". He look like a perfect, normally office guy.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we never seen before. Never seen nobody do that on a consistent basis.
Even current NBA stars like Chris Paul have weighed in on Clark's success. Paul sent a congratulatory message to Clark after she won Rookie of the Year, saying, "What you did this past season was crazy. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history, most assists by a rookie in WNBA history, 3-time Eastern Conference Player of the Week, 4-time WNBA Rookie of the Month." I could go on and on.
And a few of the things that I learned coming from one Rookie of the Year to another, even though mine was 19 years ago, one of the biggest things after winning Rookie of the Year, because that's a big deal, first of all. That's a huge achievement and you should be proud. But going forward, I think the biggest thing I tried to focus on was getting stronger. I wanted to get stronger, I wanted to get faster, I wanted to be better on defense. But more than anything, I tell you, the biggest people that I leaned on was my family, my support system.
Despite the praise from NBA legends, Clark has faced challenges within the WNBA. Some players have been criticized for their treatment of Clark, with NBA Hall of Famer Rick Barry calling out the behavior as reprehensible. Barry stated, "Anybody that does something flagrant to this young lady for what she's brought to the game should be suspended and fined big time for doing that." The debate around Clark's treatment in the league has sparked discussions about respect, competition, and the growth of women's basketball. Jeff Teague, a former NBA player, criticized the WNBA's handling of Clark's entry into the league, saying, "They played this all wrong, bro. They was supposed to gas this. This why people don't watch this. When y'all leave college women's sports, cause y'all hating on the best thing that's going to happen to the W."
What you did this past season was crazy. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history, most assists by a rookie in WNBA history.
Magic Johnson, a part owner of the Los Angeles Sparks, offered a balanced perspective on Clark's role in the league. He said, "Caitlin is the most popular WNBA player, but she's not the best at this time. Just like Larry and I, we're not the best when we entered the league. We became the best later on by our play. Caitlin still has to play great to become the best WNBA player." The comparisons between Clark and NBA legends continue to grow. Stephen Curry, known for his revolutionary three-point shooting, has commented on the similarities in their playing styles. Curry said, "I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. Can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. She's a performer.
Can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer.
As Clark continues to navigate her professional career, the words of support and recognition from NBA legends serve as both validation of her talents and a challenge to fulfill her potential. Michael Jordan's powerful endorsement highlights Clark's incredible impact on the game and her potential to transform the landscape of women's basketball. The basketball world will be watching closely as Caitlin Clark aims to meet the high expectations set by her incredible college career and the praise of legends like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and others. Can she evolve her game and make an impact on the WNBA like these NBA icons did in their league? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.
All right, our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. She's the most requested guest in the history of our show. And
Caitlin Clark's epic interview stuns basketball fans everywhere. In a conversation on New Heights with Travis and Jason Kelce, Caitlin Clark shared shocking secrets about her meteoric rise from a young basketball prodigy to WNBA superstardom. What made Caitlin Clark so different from other players? What's the secret behind her record-breaking achievements? Let's take a closer look.
In Minnesota at US Bank, one of her early concerts, and that was a lot of fun. Went with some of my college friends, and we had a good time together.
it's hard to not have a good time at a concert.
I don't know how you couldn't have a good time at something like that.
This is so fun, man.
Well, we mentioned earlier that a few weeks ago you were named the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year. Time asked you to define your year in one word, and you said historic. We can do better. We can give you 2 words to define your year. What would they be if you could do that? 2 words.
In the latest podcast on New Heights with Travis and Jason Kelce, Caitlin Clark opened up about her past life and how she became WNBA Rookie of the Year. From record-shattering performances to her inspiring perspective on life and the future of the sport, this interview revealed the heart and drive behind one of basketball's brightest stars.
Become a thing probably in the last 8 years, I want to say, because we have a kid captain for every game because the hospital is such a big deal. And it's usually a kid battling some sort of disease or has beaten some sort of disease, not always cancer, but whatever it is. And that's always fun. They get to pick a song that plays after the first quarter, and I get the chills every time. It's sick. It's probably one of the best traditions in all of sports, if not the best, honestly.
Wait, so what's this thing about the wave? The wave just started?
So after the first quarter, everybody turns because the Children's Hospital looks on top of the football stadium. Right. And
I remember seeing them wave.
Yeah, the patients.
I thought you were talking about the wave. Like, they started doing a wave? They incorporating the wave?
Clark's basketball story began remarkably early, receiving her first college recruiting letter in 7th grade while playing against high schoolers. Her parents demonstrated exceptional wisdom in managing this early attention, instructing her older brother to collect the mail so she could maintain a normal childhood. They also decided to limit her playing time, even when coaches wanted her to play multiple games per day, recognizing the importance of preventing burnout that often affects young athletes. This protective approach, which Clark initially resisted but now deeply appreciates, helped preserve her love for the game throughout her career.
The decision to go to Iowa.
So I basically narrowed it down pretty early on when I was going through my college recruitment that I wanted to be like in the Midwest, just kind of a homebody family person, just wanted to stay fairly close to home. So that narrowed a lot of stuff down. And I visited like Oregon and Texas and a few other places, and I liked them, but it was just like, I knew it was too far. And then visited Notre Dame a bunch of times. And I was like, I love Notre Dame. And I like, as a kid, like you want to go to Notre Dame. Like it's the same with Notre Dame football. It's like the coolest thing in the world. Like it's Notre Dame. It has that tradition. They've had so many great players go through there in every single sport. But like, I just knew like something like you could just like, I could feel it in my gut. Like I was like, I'm not supposed to go there.
Yeah.
So I picked Iowa, and Iowa was really good women's basketball before I went there too. Like made a few Sweet 16s, made the Elite 8. Our coach had been there for quite a while, but they hadn't been to the Final Four since like 1992. So I wanted to go somewhere that was good, but like maybe hadn't been like a blue blood per se in like quite a few years, and kind of help them get back to that. And then it was obviously my home state too, and 2 hours from where I grew up. So perfect distance where like your parents can't show up, but also like you could go home if you wanted to.
No doubt.
Of course.
No doubt.
Yeah.
While Notre Dame represented the dream destination for many young athletes, especially given its prestigious history and Catholic tradition, Clark's decision-making process revealed a deeper understanding of her own needs. She visited numerous schools, including Oregon and Texas, but consistently felt drawn to staying in the Midwest. The choice of Iowa wasn't just about proximity to home. It represented an opportunity to build something special at a program that hadn't reached the Final Four since 1992. Clark saw potential where others might have seen limitations, recognizing that Iowa offered the perfect balance of established success and room for growth. Her decision also reflected a mature understanding of her role in program building, wanting to help elevate a team rather than simply join an established powerhouse. The 2-hour distance from home proved perfect. Close enough for family support, but far enough for independence. This decision would ultimately prove transformative not just for Clark, but for the entire Iowa women's basketball program.
Absolutely. So, but yeah.
We were not drafted in the first round. What was it like being a first-round pick?
Oh, well,
Or
I felt
the first
like,
pick,
so
I should say.
it's crazy. Like because of COVID, I could have actually gone back to school for a 5th year.
What, were you considering that?
Well, early
I
on,
mean,
yes.
It looked like you were having a good old time over there at Iowa.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It looked like you were having a
I
good
mean,
time.
it's college. Like, you're there with your friends, and like the game's just easier. Like,
Her college experience was uniquely shaped by the COVID-19 pandemic, beginning with an unusual campus environment where athletes were among the few students living in dorms. Despite these challenges, Clark created lasting memories, including a memorable team trip to Italy and Croatia. While they dominated their international competition, the real value came from team bonding and cultural experiences. During her college career, the introduction of NIL rights marked a significant shift, particularly for women's sports. Clark noted how NIL has helped increase visibility and opportunities for female athletes, though she expressed concern about young athletes needing better guidance on managing their sudden financial opportunities. The transition to professional basketball came swiftly for Clark, moving directly from the national championship game to becoming the first overall pick in the WNBA draft. Her welcome to WNBA moment came early in the season when a hard screen resulted in a ruptured eardrum, an injury that took months to heal and required careful management.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Despite the physical challenges, Clark found valuable support from veterans, particularly Tamika Catchings, who became a mentor. Catchings' championship trophy sitting next to Clark's locker serves as daily motivation and a reminder of the legacy she hopes to build. Let's see how well she played.
That was a pretty good team.
That was pretty. What made that team so good, you two? Outside Clark again. Clark over Horston, hits a 3. Knows no bounds.
The way she played in the entire season was phenomenal. But wait, there is more. Clark demonstrated her deep understanding of basketball's broader landscape by offering insights on improving the NBA's declining ratings. Drawing from her marketing background, she suggested implementing a 4-point line to add excitement and advocated for returning to the traditional East versus West All-Star format. Her analysis of the NBA's 82-game season raised important questions about player performance and fan engagement, showing her ability to think critically about the sport's future. Golf emerged as a particularly revealing hobby during the conversation, with Clark sharing humorous stories about hitting a spectator during a Pro-Am event. Her admission of being more nervous on the first tee than at the free throw line showed a refreshing vulnerability. Her competitive nature extends to karaoke, where she enjoys performing duets and has a special fondness for Black Eyed Peas' Where Is the Love? These personal anecdotes reveal someone who embraces new challenges while maintaining a sense of humor about her abilities outside basketball. Her willingness to try new things and accept being less than perfect in other areas demonstrates a healthy perspective. The way she approaches these activities reflects her balanced personality and ability to find joy beyond basketball. Clark's interests and personality extend far beyond the basketball court, revealing a multifaceted individual with diverse passions. Her surprising dream of opening the Rib Crib restaurant showcases her entrepreneurial spirit and connection to Midwestern culture. Her detailed vision for the restaurant, from the Kansas City-style barbecue sauce to specific side dishes like cheesy cornbread and bacon-topped green beans, demonstrates attention to detail that mirrors her approach to basketball. This interest in food and business reveals a strategic mind thinking beyond her playing career. Her marketing background influences these aspirations, understanding both the business potential and cultural significance of such ventures. The passion with which she discusses these future possibilities shows she's already thinking about life beyond basketball, while still maintaining focus on her current career. The conversation showcased Clark's equipment preferences, revealing her loyalty to Kobe Bryant's shoe line. She exclusively wears his models 5 and 6 despite their low-top design, showing how personal preference and comfort trump conventional wisdom about ankle support. This detail offered a glimpse into how professional athletes make equipment choices that affect their performance. Throughout the interview, Clark demonstrated the qualities that have made her a transformative figure in sports. Her combination of competitive drive, business acumen, and genuine personality has helped elevate women's sports visibility while maintaining an approachable demeanor that resonates with fans. She spoke thoughtfully about the challenges of managing success at a young age, the importance of veteran mentorship, and the balance between professional excellence and personal enjoyment of the game. As she prepares for her next WNBA season starting in April, Clark continues to break barriers and inspire the next generation of athletes. Her impact extends beyond statistical achievements, influencing how young athletes approach both the game and their careers. Whether discussing basketball strategy, sharing personal stories, or offering advice to future stars, Clark demonstrated why she's become such an influential voice in sports while never losing sight of her Midwest roots and the pure joy that initially drew her to basketball. Throughout the interview, Clark demonstrated the qualities that have made her a transformative figure in sports. Her combination of competitive drive, business acumen, and genuine personality has helped elevate women's sports visibility while maintaining an approachable demeanor that resonates with fans. She spoke thoughtfully about the challenges of managing success at a young age, the importance of veteran mentorship, and the balance between professional excellence and personal enjoyment of the game. The conversation with the Kelsey brothers revealed Clark as not just a basketball phenomenon, but a well-rounded individual with interests spanning sports, business, and community engagement. Her ability to analyze the game's future while staying grounded in its fundamental appeal shows why she's become one of sports' most compelling voices at such a young age. Throughout the podcast, Clark's personality shined through, from her karaoke preferences to her golf adventures, including accidentally hitting a spectator during a Pro-Am event. These moments humanize the superstar, making her achievements even more remarkable. As Clark fan, what do you love most about Caitlin Clark, and which moment is your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on her amazing journey.
Alrighty, our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. She's the most requested guest in the history of our show. And
Clark's influence has reached new heights, with her upcoming appearance on the New Heights podcast, hosted by Travis and Jason Kelsey, marking a major cultural milestone. The podcast hosts revealed that Clark was the most requested guest in the history of our show, showcasing her widespread appeal beyond the sports world. This moment is even more significant given Travis Kelce's connection to pop icon Taylor Swift, potentially creating a unique bridge between sports and entertainment. Could this crossover skyrocket the WNBA's visibility? Let's take a closer look. The transformation of women's basketball's perception has found an unexpected catalyst in Caitlin Clark. Where once the WNBA struggled to capture widespread cultural attention, Clark has made the league cool to watch, creating a shift in public perception that extends far beyond the basketball court.
We heard you got your first recruiting letter in 7th grade. Is this true?
Yeah.
That's insane. Were you playing with high schoolers at this point?
Yeah, it's honestly sad. Like, where college recruitment has kind of gone, it's just insane. But also, I feel very fortunate. Like, my parents, they told my older brother, go get the mail. We don't want your sister to see that. They wanted me to be in 7th grade and enjoy middle school and hang out with your friends. You shouldn't be worrying about where you're going to college. So I didn't really take any visits until after my freshman year, and then I didn't decide until my senior years. I was never in a rush, and my parents did a really good job of make sure, I have a good circle around me. It wasn't always about college recruitment. I wasn't posting my offers. Also that wasn't really a thing when I was growing up. So,
but it is now. It had to be close to when you were growing up.
It was close. People were starting to do it, post oh, I got an offer from here. I got an offer from here. Now it's all you see on social media. I didn't really think anything of it. I was just going out there and hooping and having fun, and it's kind of just what came with it.
On the podcast, Clark will talk about her early career and share how she started getting college recruitment letters in 7th grade. Her parents handled it smartly. They had her older brother collect the mail so she wouldn't feel too much pressure and could have a normal childhood. This simple and grounded way of growing up, focused on values and staying real, has made her someone fans of all ages can look up to.
Why did you decide that this was the time to end your college career?
Well, I think there's pros and cons to both sides, and that's what made the decision so difficult. It was almost a win-win, but at the same time a lose-lose because I was giving up something, and I'm just kind of ready for the next chapter and a new challenge in my life. But I think the reason I decided to announce it when I did was just to have that closure, especially going into senior night.
Clark's off-court marketing strategy has been described as a masterclass in personal branding. Along with Angel Reese, she has done more to promote the WNBA than countless other players combined. Their impact extends beyond game statistics, creating cultural moments that attract new audiences to women's basketball. This change is similar to how other sports have used smart marketing, like the Kansas City Chiefs becoming America's team by winning games and staying popular off the field. Clark's impact shows that for sports to succeed today, teams and players need to do well in games and connect with culture outside of sports.
I think she's handled this unbelievably. You forget sometimes this is a 22-year-old, right? She's been named Time Female or Athlete of the Year and has had all kinds of things coming at her from all different types of directions. And, with that publicity becomes some haters always, and that's unfortunate. But we really work hard at Iowa on putting the blinders on and just being able to be very tunnel visioned, and I think it's helping her right now.
Looking ahead, Clark's cultural impact could reshape how women's sports are marketed and consumed. The potential confluence of sports, music, and popular culture through figures like Clark and Swift could create unprecedented opportunities for the WNBA to reach new audiences and establish itself as a major player in the entertainment landscape. People are no longer asking if the WNBA matters in culture. They're now waiting for its next big moment. With Clark at the front, the league seems ready for a new chapter where women's basketball is not just admired for great play, but also embraced as a key part of popular culture. The mix of Clark's basketball skills and her pop culture appeal could change sports marketing completely. Experts think her ability to reach different groups of people might set a new example for future athletes. This could bring the WNBA more TV deals, sponsorships, and media attention that once seemed out of reach. Marketing experts say this moment is like the NBA's big change in the 1980s and 1990s. Back then, Michael Jordan became a cultural icon beyond basketball. Now, Clark could have a similar impact. Her real and relatable personality makes her a perfect link between sports fans and mainstream entertainment audiences. Clark's influence online is another exciting part of her impact. Her game highlights often go viral on social media, bringing in people who may have never watched women's basketball before. If she connects with Taylor Swift, it could make this effect even bigger, reaching one of the most active fan groups in entertainment. Social media metrics show that posts featuring Clark generate engagement rates comparable to major male athletes. This digital presence helps break down traditional barriers between sports and entertainment, creating new opportunities for the WNBA to reach younger, more diverse audiences. Corporate interest and brand partnerships, major brands are taking notice of Clark's unique position at the intersection of sports and culture. Companies that previously showed little interest in women's basketball are now seeking partnerships. This corporate attention brings not just financial benefits, but legitimacy and mainstream exposure to the sport. The ripple effect extends to other WNBA players who are seeing increased brand interest by association.